the Cradle, or currently called the Barbault Basket, is playing out in the skies currently. So the Cradle is when you have two planets in opposition. In this particular case, we have transit Pluto in Aquarius at 4 degrees, about to make a direct opposition to an exact opposition to transit Jupiter in Leo at 4 degrees as well, between July 18 to the 21st, right? So we have that first opposition in fixed signs, and then you have the same transit. Jupiter in Leo is making a trine to transit Neptune in Aries, and it's making a sextile to transit Uranus in Gemini. And all four of these bodies are either in a sidereal position, they are either in a sextile or in a trine to each other, making a highly favorable distribution flow of energy. Okay, now that particular structure is such an amazing backbone to a potential manifestation. Okay, what do I mean by that? Manifestation, whatever you want to bring forth into this reality, has to be grounded on a pattern, on a geometric pattern, the sacred geometry, right? And the planets, the planetary movement with their orbit, form aspects, geometrical aspects to one another, whether opposition at 180 degree, a trine at 120 degree, a sextile at 60 degree, and a square at 90 degree. And those as its celestial conversations, also known as astrology. These are celestial conversations. And this conversation is what is lasered down into this reality, what transpires. Okay, so we only have 12 archetypes. It is always the same signs, houses, or archetype that are playing out, because but since they're the root form of everything, the manifestation of it is endless, but it's the same root archetypally. Okay, so because this energy, and the reason it's called the Barbault Basket, because in this particular instance with the Cradle, we are having all out of transpersonal planets. So we're talking everything in the outside of bounds of after Mars. So from Jupiter to Pluto, everyone's there. Well, besides Saturn, but Saturn is in Aries. It's sort of co-present with Neptune. But Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, all the transpersonal planets, are all part of that particular basket. So that basket could have been formed with Mars or Mercury and Jupiter and Venus, but it wouldn't have been called the Barbault Basket. It's Barbault that identified, I don't know when he was around, and was already reading the skies and was making a bunch of archetypal predictions. So he had encountered this particular, it's easy to see, you're looking at sometime what's going on in 2020, 30, or what planet is in one house. So he had seen it, he called it out, he said look out for it. After the 2020, the conjunctions that I see in Capricorn, we had the South Node, Pluto, Jupiter in Capricorn, that was the backdrop of the pandemic. He said, but a few years later, there is this particular aspect, this massive is playing out in the sky, so watch out for it. And that's why this got called Barbault Basket, and it is playing out now. Okay, so now that we got the basics out of the way, now that you have this particular rare alignment. It is a rare alignment. A cradle is facet form, but this particular one is a rare aspect. That's why it is magnificent. So the first thing you want to do, okay, I will look into my chart, what any of those points, where does it land on my chart? Do I have anything at 3 degrees, at 4 degrees, at 5 degrees, at either one of those degrees, of those chambers, of those, right? So if you have, I met someone yesterday with a sun at 3 degrees Leo, and I'm like, Jupiter is at 3 degrees Leo, and we had a freaking fantastic time. Of course, I'm like, oh, you just met a guru. I'm like, I guess you just met me. So you want to see where this is landing in your chart, okay? And I hope you have a good grasp of the archetype, of what the conversation, the meaning. Don't assign it a meaning, but see what it is about. Have a good understanding of what does Jupiter in Leo opposing Pluto in Aquarius speaks of, right? And then a good grasp of your houses. What theme for certainty have you seen play out in your chart, in the houses, per your placements that you have there? So have a great archetypal understanding of your own chart. Now, this particular exercise I have been doing, and I was absolutely blown away. I was it was, so what I want you to do is clear out the lattice around you. And what is the lattice? The lattice is the metaphysical fields of all possibilities, the membrane between the other side and you, okay? So it's like the derma and the epiderma. You have the lattice around you, and that lattice connects you to the everything, okay? The lattice is a membrane. What I want you to do is align in coherence, mind, body, and soul. There is no point telling my mind do this and my soul do this. All this doesn't work. What you have to do is thought control. Not let any thoughts come into your mind. And you're not going into, it's a form of meditation, okay, but it's not an escapist meditation. It's a very present, in the moment, thought control, watching and paying attention to where is your mind going, and harnessing it and bringing it back, getting on top of all these scattered thoughts that you are having, that you are leaking, okay? Controlling that, bringing it back, centering it back. And with me, I have been doing 30 minutes fasted cardio on the Stairmasters every morning as soon as I get out of bed, and without headphones, so there's no music to distract me. So I have to be here. I have to be here. I have to be on the Stairmasters, and it's 30 minutes, and it's fasted, and I'm hungry as shit. But I don't want to hear all this. Okay, this particular harnessing of your willpower is what clears the pathway to confusion. You're not letting your mind roam freely. What I do then on the Stairmasters, I go left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. There is no thought coming through. There is no logical, there is no rumination. There is no me thinking about something about yesterday or anything. There is no me, you know, sometimes you unconsciously slip into a thought, or you know, you escape. No, you cannot. You have to be here. I have to be here. And I just run left, right, left, right, left, right. And the moment I notice that my thoughts go here, I bring it right back. There is, and also the cadence, the left, right, doesn't leave enough room for a thought to come in, to grip, to grow, because it's being jammed between this cadence. Okay? And I bring myself back several times. That is the first exercise I want you to attempt. So it's 2 parts, and this is just to clear the field around you, to bring coherence. When your thoughts are not scattered, when it is clear, that's when the higher realms, the higher gods can trickle down. That's where you have bouts of insights, greater insight, greater connection, greater clear seeing. Right? That's number 1. That's the first part of my practice. The second part is, while I am clearing the field, every 2 to 3 minutes, I will take a deep breath and I would bring myself into the scene. I am not observing myself. I'm not seeing myself through my mind's eye and seeing myself in a... No, I am habitating that scene. I am in that scene. I am coming out of my pool. I am grabbing a glass of water. I am drinking. I am. I am looking outside the window, and I, with my eyes, I see what I am looking at. You have to go into the hypersensitive vision beyond imagination. Your visual boards are not enough. You have to see it as you see yourself right here. You have to smell it. You have to be in the scene. Of what it is you want to manifest. Okay? And your power of manifestations here depends on the work that you put forth. Now, of course, this is not the only exercise that I do. I have several rituals per day besides my altar, my meditations, my prayers, my mantras, my reads, right? That is continuously keeping my environment calibrated towards the divine. I am continuously in reverence, in devotion, right? In prayers for others, in service to others. Try this exercise for 7 days. and let me know what you think. And let me know what you think. I don't know what you're trying to manifest, okay? But that is the current ritual practice that I am doing for this Barbault basket. Now, listen, I've been playing with this exercise. A variation of it, it's a little bit more advanced. And to the amount of synchronicities I hit, it just, I've been, since July 2nd, I've been mind blown. Last night, the encounter I had last night was, it was phenomenal. I met the moment. I met the energy of the moment. It was phenomenal. I'm completely blown away, and that's what I wanted to share, because the person was channeling that the energy, and then the composite itself was channeling the energy. It was just fantastic. It was pure magic, pure mystery, pure magic. But let me know how you do. I look forward to hearing your meditation, or your particular prayer, or your particular ritual you're gonna do for this particular alignment in the skies.